So this is the strangest thing I probably have in my bag. So have your travel plans gone completely off the rails? Because it happens to me all the time. I want a trip to Taiwan. We flew into a typhoon. I was stranded there for 2 weeks because my return flights were canceled. Backpacking Europe, you know, you get crazy sick somewhere along the way between cities.
Okay.
Okay, you stay with him.
Okay.
Okay, you can rest here, then you will.
There's nothing you can do but rest. I was motorcycling through Vietnam.
Like, I was the most excited about Vietnam, but it's also been the most deadly to me. Like, what is this?
I like to think that it doesn't matter how well I plan my trips, everything eventually goes sideways, which is why rule number 6 of my 7 golden rules of travel: hope for the best and prepare for the worst. So over time, I've gathered a lot of pieces of gear, which now I just carry with me, just in case something happens again while I'm traveling. So let me show you. Now, it's very important to not have a cheap raincoat or a cheap umbrella. If you're planning to go into something like a typhoon or like a hurricane or like a tropical storm, it's nice to just have a proper raincoat. Also, it doesn't matter where you're going, you should always bring a swimsuit. Like, wouldn't it just be nice to have your own personalized first aid kit from Medicines from Home? So this is the strangest thing I probably have in my bag. I bring packets of honey everywhere I go. And the reason why I do that is because honey is actually very hard to find when you're like in certain places around the world. And this here is my Patagonia down jacket. Every time there's a layover somewhere, it's always freezing. Patagonia coat just packs down. You can be a pillow if you need it to be. And if it's like really, really bad, you can combine this with the raincoat, and that should be warm enough for most situations. Next up, we have this. This is emergency food. So I always have miso packets on me. I always have something like a granola bar or like a Cliff Bar. And I always have a water bottle with me because water is life. And you know, when you're on the plane and the flight attendant gives you that tiny cup of water, I like to be hydrated, and this is how I do that. And final item I always bring with me on every single trip, I have these Beats Studio Pros, which are just as good as the AirPod Pro Max. There's this one time that I had my headphones stolen on like a tour bus. So I always bring an extra set of wired headphones. They don't make these anymore. This is from Bose. My ears are weird, so I need these little ear tip things, and you just stick in them. That said, it's a forever learning process. You're always going to be finding new problems that need to be solved, which is why rule number 6 is hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And the next video is the last rule. So I'll see you there. See you next time.